What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders 2. Sometimes on Sunday afternoons, you're just in the mood to chillax it out. And let me tell you, in pretty much the entire history of the game, I think there's been no more popular of a grind spot than the Unholy Catacombs. Of course, it drops the cluster crafting material, which you're going to be needing to move and upgrade your relics. So it drops a hot item, and it's just a hot spot. Throughout the course of the game's development, there's been just literal hundreds of different builds that people have done on this particular map. And today we're going to take another look at a Sunday chill build version of it. For this one, we are going to be focusing on our Werewolf Commander with Accumulator, Hardened Servo, and Defense Rate. I'm using Juggernaut, Automation, and Rebounding Strike. Rebounding Strike makes the Werewolf completely invincible, basically, but it is not really 100% needed. It's super, super strong. Crazy shard. But it's an optional, so throw whatever you want in that third slot. I'm going to go with Rebounding Strikes, just so I don't even have to think about my werewolf surviving. And then we're using the lovely Gargoyle. One of the good things about Gargoyles is it is a trap. So a siege roller will roll past it and then get blown up. So they're very AFK friendly for siege rollers, and in addition to that, you got that napalm Gargoyle shard. This one, of course, ignites enemies, which also helps you handle the Draken Lords. In normal form, we are going with Destruction and Mass Destruction along with that. And let's just go ahead and get it here. So to start things off, we got to put our walls down. Now, I have tried a bunch of different times, or a bunch of different ways to only use one wall here. And somehow Berserkers are just always sneaking by. So with that in mind, just going to go ahead and blow the DU. We're going to go with 2 walls. And we're going to give these walls a reflect beam. I usually like to put the walls down on the 3rd step. The reason being is it seems like that is the sweet spot for range when it comes to Gargoyles. When a roller comes out, that's going to give the roller time or enough room to get in front of the Gargoyles where the Gargoyles can do the booty shot. And then to top that all off, we are going to get a Destructive Pylon. I've got mine on my Frost Strike Aura, just to get a little crowd control in the mix as well, but put it on any 20 DU defense. And we're not doing any big fancy buffs on this one, y'all. We're just going with that for the 250 DU spent per lane. So we're going to do the same thing on each lane. We're going to be on the 3rd step here. Give them that Reflect Beam action. Now, my Reflect Beam just has Automation or Tenacity on it. Having anti-heal on it would help out quite a bit here, without question. Once again, it's an option. It's not definitely 100% not fully needed at all. Let's go 3rd step. This one as well. I actually got those just a tickle too close, I think. But I believe we'll be okay. I don't think we'll have any problems with it. Now, over on this lane, wherever you can, basically, just get the Gargoyles off the ground. And one big reason why I'm doing that, particularly on this map, and we will see that as we get moving here. And then we'll take our 50 that is left over and just throw down the Skyguard Tower, just in case any flyers manage to sneak through. Now, the Gargoyles, of course, will hit flyers. However, sometimes flyers like to get sneaky. So we want to just make sure those flyers are covered. So yeah, with just the 2 walls, nothing's going to run by. You don't have to worry about the Berserkers running by. I would love to be able to do it with 1. However, just not a big deal. Now here we see this Cyborg on the right side coming out. And you see, by placing that Frost Strike Aura and those Gargoyles where we did, the Reflect Beam actually appears to be closer to the spawn than the Gargoyles are. So with that in mind, the Cyborgs are completely ignoring those Gargoyles and that Frost Strike Aura and just rolling on up to the wall. Now, you do have Frost Orcs in the mix here, so we're going to be seeing some freezing going on down there on our defenses. We do have the Frost Orcs. If there was more Frost Orcs, we would want to worry about overcapping our rate on those Gargoyles. However, there's just not enough Frost Orcs to shut the Gargoyles down or to put them in a position where it becomes dangerous for your build. So by all means, just ignore the fact that Frost Orcs are partially freezing your Gargoyles from time to time. They're not turning them off, they're just slowing them down. So no huge sense of urgency on that at all. And that is also why when we had the space for it, we put the Gargoyles up and away from the spawn area. I'm not really sure exactly what the deal is there. It's the only thing I can just to guess is that where the cyborgs are spawning in there, it's reading the reflect beam as the closest targetable enemy. So it's heading that way. And like I said, that's a complete guess. I have no real clue what's going on there. But it appears that that might be it. Let me know down in the comments below if you've experienced the cyborgs ignoring the defenses like that on any other map. Like I said, I really think it's just that reflect beam is the closest point, so that's what they're arguing or aggroing to as they come out. We see another cyborg there, and just turns and goes right to the reflect. One more coming out on the right side here. Hard to see through all the mess. But yeah, they're just completely ignoring that Frost Strike aura and those Gargoyles there. And yeah, I mean, that's the only explanation I think I could give, is I just think they believe that the reflect beam is the closest target. So, super easy chill build. Here we go. We got a Drakenlord coming out, so we can see that the Drakenlord is fully AFK and automated as well. Just gonna roast him. Just gonna absolutely roast him. His bubble will just go away the second it pops up pretty much every time due to those Gargoyles ignite. Now, since we're not boosting, we don't have full power going on these Gargoyles with no boost aura and no buff beam. That also means things are going to die a little slower. But this is meant to be a completely AFK chill build, so the fact that it's running a little slower was not at all a top priority for me. This one, you know, although I am running around and showing you all what's going on in the lanes, this particular build was kind of thought of with, you know, watching a little Netflix or making a sandwich in mind, as you're just able to let it run and do its own thing. So, good stuff there. Let's go ahead and muscle through it here and see how we go. We'll keep an eye on this lane again. And yeah, Cyborgs are not an issue. The Frost Orcs are freezing things up, but you see they're still burning, and they died. So they are slowing those Gargoyle spawns down, but that's about all they're doing. Just a non-issue on all of those items. So, yeah, just getting it here. And just another lazy, super lazy werewolf chill build. You know, walls in Chaos 10 are just incredibly powerful. And then the werewolf just really, really hit the spot with its crazy, crazy invincibility. Alright, let's check out the Siege Roller action and this Cannon Ogre as well. The Cannon Ogre is taking pot shots, but of course it's only hitting the reflect beam. So nothing to be alarmed about there. And then let's watch this roller lane down here. As the roller makes the turn, it's going to go ahead and reveal that backside. As soon as the Gargoyles clear out a little bit, they'll be taking some shots at that roller. And there they go. Now the Gargoyles are just going to eat the roller up, and no need at all for you to really sweat the roller at all. As you're giving, you're giving the roller, you're setting it up so that it's going to have that booty shot going on with those Gargoyles. Let's see, I think we have overkilled it now on the upgrades, so let's just go ahead and let it fly again. This one is a relatively quick running map, which is quite nice, especially when it comes to farming out the goodies. So I think we will just be able to kind of spam G on this one for the remainder. So let's just let it fly here. Find a good spot to keep an eye out, but gonna have zero intervention at all with the waves running. If we had a little bit more DU on this map, I think at least giving the Gargoyles a boost arrow would be quite beneficial. And then, of course, you can always set your boost arrow up with a slow, or you can set it up as a DPS boost arrow, and then that just would add so much more to the whole operation. We would need, even if we got rid of the Sky Guard, what we would need another 70 DU to have a booster on every lane. We got an Ogre here. He's going to get slapped down without any issue. You see throughout this, our werewolves are they're just tanking it out. They're with that shard, they become just insanely invincible. Figure 1 out of every 5 shots is not going to count. The 20% chance with that shard gilded to ignore the damage there. Now we got a Slickelion here. I don't think the Slickelion will be an issue, especially with just the one wave. Slickelions like to spawn a little weird, of course, when it's right around a wall. So that's always a little suspect, but I think we'll be fine here, as we've just got wave 5 to run. That Orc Warlord will take a little while to kill as well. That's where the anti-heal on the Reflect Beam would have really helped out. Where is that Warlord? Looks like he's in this pack over here. He'll die eventually, but it's going to take him a minute for sure. There he goes, healing back up again. We're going to need those, basically the packs to get thinned out, so those Gargoyles are all focused on him, I think. Yeah, anti-heal would have been a lifesaver on that one, huh? We got a Drakenlord in the mix too. Of course, the Drakenlord will be a non-issue though. Let's just keep letting it fly here. Not going to intervene at all on this one. The Warlord's just healing through everything in there. Well, there he went. The Warlord finally died off. So it's as soon as the Gargoyles, of course, are exploding, so they are AoE. But, of course, having more of them target directly just makes a big difference. So there we go. Another Unholy Catacombs Sunday chill build. Like I said, just an incredibly good map to farm. If you're not wanting to do boss fights and you're wanting to AFK it out, but you still want to get some clusters, Unholy Catacombs is just a great map to go to get that done. But that will do it for now. Happy Sunday, y'all. Thanks a ton for watching, and I will see ya next time around. Take it easy.